Ready? Read. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I'm going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I'm surely going to destroy both them and the what? And the what? Go ahead and keep going. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens. Every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, and you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird and every kind of animal and every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and stored away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded. Everybody say it with me, ready to read? Say, Noah did everything. No. Everybody say, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Read me real quick. Say this real loud. Say, Soar. One more time, say, Soar. And the topic for the day will be who you are. And no, I'm not saying it incorrectly. It's not who are you. It's everybody say who you are. Amen. Listen, I want you to real quick write down the word soar. I'm going to try to move as expeditiously as possible, but I want you to get this. When I was reading that, I was reminded of our scripture we've been going through in Bible study. Listen, if you've been missing Bible study, I promise you've been missing a treat. How many of y'all been coming to Bible study to give God some praise? That's one. Okay, I only got one person here. It's a Bishop kind of write and do the same thing. Bishop, make your mind up. One more time. If you've been coming to Bible study and been blessed, give God some praise. We've been walking through the book of Revelation, and it's been mind-blowing. We stopped this past Wednesday. I told them this past Wednesday my Bible study lesson wasn't but 15 minutes. I didn't lie. It was 15 minutes. And we spent the other 45 minutes trying to clarify some things. Somebody clarify. It was an understanding that at the end times, we covered so far, everybody say 7 churches. We covered not just 7 churches, we covered the 7 seals. Everybody say 7 seals. We then, this past week, dealt with the 7 trumpets. Everybody say 7 trumpets. And now we're going to deal with the 7 bowls. So not this coming week, but the week after, we're going to deal with the 7 bowls. We've been dealing with the understanding, somebody say, Jesus coming back. And it's not going to be pretty. And so if you know like I know you, make sure your house is in order like the old school people say. So when I was beginning to read this and I was looking over this, it began to remind me that he destroyed the earth once before. This time he's going to do it again, but not by flood, but by fire. Somebody say, not by flood, but by fire. And so we talked about this the last thing is that many of us are going to sit back and say to ourselves, well, I'm good. I know I'm going to heaven, I'm good. But I told him, my wife had a little video. I wish I would have brought it and played it. There's a little dog. He has some balloons tied onto him, and he slowly was coming up. But he was looking down, and the little video said, this is me doing a rapture looking at y'all. And so I think about it, though. It was cute and funny. But then I thought about it. When I'm going up in the rapture and I'm looking down, am I going to be comfortable knowing that I did enough to save those who left behind? And so the question I'm asking you now, even if you're comfortable going to heaven, I'm asking you the last time you saved somebody. When last time you gave someone salvation? Was it once a year? Has it been once a quarter? Has it been once this decade? If you go into heaven and looking down and you see your family and friends left behind, are you okay with the fact that you did enough to try to get them to heaven? Somebody say amen. Amen. He said, this year messed up the whole day. Let's get to the message. Somebody say soar. Soar. The word soar, write down the word soar. By definition, real quick, the word soar is so important. The transition from jump. The transition from jump. Because once you can't soar until you jump. But once you jump, you're going to go down. But once you go down, you want to come up and start soaring. Right? How many of y'all want to jump and stay down? I didn't think so. How many of y'all want to jump, go down, and come back up? Yeah. I told you, when Jesus died, he left the cross, went straight to hell, but he didn't stay there. Once he got to do what he had to do, he came up, and somebody said he began to soar. So listen, the word soar by definition, I want to make sure you write this down. Take down notes today. It's very important. Take down notes. The word soar by definition is to gain and maintain altitude with little effort. To gain and maintain altitude with little effort. Each part of the definition makes sense. Not just makes sense, it's very important. So we're going to break it down. Everyone say gain and maintain altitude with little effort. I've been flying a lot here lately, and as I fly, I realize these planes, they begin to gain and maintain altitude, but it's not like the wing of the plane is flapping. It's not flapping. And listen, it's just there in the right place, right time, doing the right thing. Somebody say little effort. So listen, let's look at the word. So to gain, the gain, write the word gain down. The gain means to increase. To increase. Now, you're not going to go from jumping and then being at the bottom and immediately get to the level that where you're going to want to be. Even though that'll be a pretty story. I jumped, I went down for a minute, but then a week later, I was exactly what God wanted me to be. I won't be a homeowner within the next 2 weeks. I won't have Harden Enterprise open and flowing the next 2 weeks. Can everybody give God some praise? I got my LLC. One step down and so many more to go. Somebody say, but it won't happen in 2 weeks. Listen, the church will not get to the place where we're able to serve many souls and be able to be financially debt-free and be able to respond to needs of the community overnight. It's not. Somebody say it's going to be a slow elevation. And now it's going to be a slow elevation. You're going to hit some turbulence along the way. You're going to have some rough spots. Some situation that actually was it worth the jump on the whole point in the first place. I'm going through something right now. If you haven't downloaded the app or the Facebook group, Coffee Conversation with Bishop and Pastor T, you don't want to miss this next episode coming up this coming week. We're going to be sitting down with the lady over the life shield. I'm going to something right now. I jumped, y'all. I left out the house. And listen, I left out the house. The guy right now, I thought it was all good. How many of y'all know ain't nothing easy? It's like when you get saved, ain't nothing easy. But somebody say, my grandmother used to tell me that if it isn't rough on the side of the mountain, how you gonna climb it? How you gonna climb it ain't rough? And if it was smooth, you'll slide your butt right back down. So I don't want a smooth mountain, but God, don't make it too rough. Just give me another step up. But listen, and so I'm out, and so the guy, I'm like, it's wait. He added to the force to let me know that he wanted me to pay anything. And that joker text me Wednesday night. For those in Bible study, that's why I was so flustered in Bible study. I couldn't even teach right for the first 15 minutes. I just sat there and just prayed for about 10 minutes. He flustered my spirit. What was the day? What was the Wednesday night? What was the date? The 4th. It was the 3rd or 4th. Whatever it was, he missed his deadline. And come to me, I owe him this, I owe him that. Boy, my spirit was just upside down. So I called my lawyer on the next morning, and we were working out, and my lawyer got mad. Now, it's one thing you get mad. My lawyer got hot. And she was saying, he this, he that, and he this. But the end of the day, somebody said, it's not going to be easy. It'd be nice if he just would have forgot about it and said, you don't owe me nothing. But listen, she even said, well, if he asks you to pay, go ahead and pay. But we're going to get your money back. Pay to save your name. But somebody said, you got to do the right thing. Now, don't sit there and just say, well, I'm not going to pay you nothing. Well, I got to get in the house. My credit matters. Pastor Harden helped me move. He said, I wouldn't pay him nothing. Yeah, because you ain't trying to buy a house. I am. So don't let folks talk you out your blessing. I'm preaching a whole bunch of y'all better listen to me. Don't let folks talk you out your blessing. I would, yeah, because you ain't doing what I'm trying to do, so I can't. So listen, but my point of this to tell you is that it's not going to be easy, but I said that, and before, I'm going to just tell you, God, you got me, I want to slow down and move fast, but I got to slow down. Before we got into church, I was on the way to church, and we already paid our tithes, we paid our offering, was on the way to church, and we was in the bedroom getting ready, and God hit my heart and said, sow seed into the church. Now I'm quick to sow seed in the bishop, I'm quick to sow seeds everywhere else, and I paid my tithes and offering at church, but I don't really sow a seed at church. Besides on Wednesday, I paid my $20 seed, but nothing more. And so God said, sow a seed in Newdestiny. I said, sow a seed in Newdestiny? I said, okay. So I was fit to go just pay it, and God said, no, why don't you pay it? He says, ask your wife how much the seed gonna be. And so I asked my wife, and I had in my heart already $40, and it's in my heart to get $40. And so I asked my wife, I said, baby, God touched my heart and said, we need to sow a seed in Newdestiny. And we sow a seed in Newdestiny, how much you want to sow? And when we do, we don't just say numbers no more. We stop and think about it because we want every seed to have purpose. And so she began to think about it, and she said, what you think? I said, I had a number, I want to see what your number is. She said, I was going to say 40. I was going to say 50, but it's my heart to get 40. I said, same thing, God told me 40, so we're going to sow $40. So I didn't just go and sow the $40. We drove all the way to church, and usually I just go and push, pay and push it. But I was putting together the truck, and my wife, she was doing something. She had some earphones in and finished some stuff up, and I had to interrupt her. I said, baby, hold up. God said, we got to pray before we sow this seed. I said, we got to pray before we sow seed because God is going to do something with this seed. And I didn't see financial increase. I didn't see financial increase. See, I saw protection. I saw covering. I literally saw covering. And I said, God says we need to sow this seed. We need to pray over it. So I began to pray. Ask God, whatever you want to do with the seed, do it. I've never done this before. Not in Newdestiny. Now I pray over stuff. I never prayed over seed I sowed in Newdestiny. And so I just speak over it, but don't pray over it. There's nothing. Someone said, never sow without giving it a name. I mean, you don't want to plant an apple seed and get a pear. So I don't want to sow a money seed and get time. I don't need time, I need money. I don't need love, I need money. How many of y'all need money sometimes? And sometimes how many of y'all need peace? So whatever you sow, give a name to it. And sow man's seed, he should also reap it. And so I've always named it, but I never prayed over it. So I prayed over it and said, God, whatever seed's going to do. And that was before I got a phone call. And as soon as I got to the office, I got the message from him. And then I felt in my heart, that's why you sowed. So I can cover and protect you in the situation. Don't be disobedient because you're trying to hold back grudgingly. God said give and give with a good spirit. And so why? I'm saying all this, it's not going to be easy, but God will give you the way out. Whatever you go through in this season right now, if you're really in God's will, no matter what you go through, it's going to get tough. But the difference between going through on this side than on your old side, God will give you a way out. He said, he who began to work in you will shall do what? Finish it. So he's going to let you just get caught up. And so what I do now, I keep my ears wide open. My wife asked me, are you nervous? I said, no, I'm really not. Why? Because I know God got me. He brought me this far. Listen, I could tell y'all some more stuff, but I can't give you all my blessings. But God has been blowing our mind. God has been blowing my mind. Why? Somebody said, because we move. I'm preaching already. I'm waiting till I give you the 3 points. Somebody said, because we move at the speed of our obedience. I promise you, you want to go into you want speed. Now, be honest with me. I want y'all, now, all y'all raise your hand if I say how many of y'all want $1 million, raise your hand. See, some of y'all halfway live. How many want $1 million, raise your hand. So listen, so if I said that, you would raise your hand, but how many of y'all know for a fact that God has called you to do something, but you've been finding it hard to be obedient? Raise your hand now. It's a challenge to be obedient. That was my biggest problem. I told Sister Nick about 7, 8, 9 years ago. She says, Bishop, you seem perfect. No. I ain't perfect. I just fight to be obedient. That's all I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to cuss less, lie less, cheat less, squander less. I'm trying to be less disobedient. Because if you work on being less disobedient, the things that you're not obedient in yet, God may ain't called you to be there yet. I'm going to slow it down. So some of us are so busy trying to be perfect that we're not being obedient. Why are you trying to stop lying right now? And God has been working your cussing tongue. Work on the cussing tongue and be obedient with the cussing tongue. And then when God wants to work on the lying, He work on the lying. Whatever God tells you to do, just stop doing that. Some of y'all trying to do everything. That's why you overwhelmed. You quitting everything. God says, I only want you to do what I called you to do right now. Do what I called you right now. Don't try to please mom right now. Don't try to please the husband right now. Don't try to please the wife right now. How about you just work on me and you? Because at the end of the day, you ain't going to have mama God in heaven. You ain't going to have wife God in heaven. You ain't going to have husband God in heaven. You got to say, my God, my God. So are you okay with your God in your relationship right now? And your relationship is connected to your obedience. Yes. And I ain't telling you walk out here and do everything well. If you're convicted, stop. If you're not convicted, have fun. Because God will get you. Okay. Somebody says, not easy, Being cheesy. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. So as you go to your next level, when you go from your jump to your soar, can I tell you thought the jump was hard? The jump from the easiest thing you did. Going down is easy. Coming up is hard. I'm preaching and y'all ain't responding the way I'm preaching. Going down is easy. It's easy to fall, but it's hard to climb. Yeah, I bump my knees and I break some. But listen, you can sit down and rest while you're going down. But when you're coming up, you got to put the work in non-stop. Or not, you're going to start seeing some de-elevations. And when you see de-elevations, our hell will break loose. Someone say, beyond the jump is the soar. Someone say, beyond the jump is the soar. I don't want to just jump. I need to soar. I told you the book that I read, Next After Jump was Soar by T.D. Jakes. If you haven't read that book and you're an entrepreneur, you are robbing yourself of a great shift. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. I say again, the definition for soar. Go back to soar. Oh, no, go again. The soar means to gain or increase elevation with little effort. The word gain or maintain altitude with little effort. Go to gain. The word gain, by definition, is to increase. So we want to increase slowly. We want to increase slowly. We want to make sure we increase slowly. We want to move too fast. We want to make sure we increase slowly. But when we increase, you don't want to lose what you increased. You want to maintain. Somebody say maintain. Like they don't want to maintain. Not to lose. And this love of my life. Listen, I've been in lifestyle like this here. How many of y'all feel like this here? I've been going up, back down, going up, back down, going up, back down. And I used to make an old statement. I don't mind going up and down, because that means I'm living. It's like a heartbeat, up and down, up and down. I'm tired of up and downs. In my life right now, I can't afford a down. I can't. I got too much riding on this upswing. And the only way I'm going to do that, I got to stay obedient. I got to stay obedient. And listen, everybody around me going to be obedient. My children, obedient. I had a meeting last night. I ain't going to talk about it. But it was an obedient meeting. If I told them, if I'm going to be obedient, y'all going to be obedient. Didn't I tell y'all that? I'm not playing because why? I cannot take a chance on losing. I got too much ride on this. I got a child graduating pretty soon. I got some bills coming pretty soon. I cannot sacrifice it ain't worth it. I don't care how good she twists, swing, and got a good rack and fine tips and everything. I don't care. It ain't worth it. Amen. I'm preaching. Y'all look at me to say scriptures. I'm preaching, but that's life right now. Lips, hips, and fingertips ain't worth the dip in my life right now. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I got anybody say amen? Because why? We're in a transition. And I can't afford a downswing right now. It was cool before because I was just along for the ride. But now, God has given me the opportunity to make some major shifts. I can't make a down tip. Can't do it. Somebody say maintain. Somebody start gaining. Listen, I may level out for a while. Just to gain my composure. When we're in those planes, we get to a certain elevation and we stop for a second. They want to make sure we're in the right place, doing the right thing, okay? And then they say we're beginning to elevate some more. And listen, there may be some tough clouds, it may be some storms, it may be some rain, but they make sure they're ready before they start elevating again. So until I'm ready, just maintain right now. Somebody say maintain. I just don't want to lose right now. Right now we're going to chill, or we're not going to do much, but I want to just chill right now. I want to just smell the roses where I'm at. Sometimes you can get so caught up with the climb till you can't appreciate the levels. I don't want to get so caught up in the climb I can't appreciate the levels. I'm actually enjoying life right now, not paying a whole lot of bills. You're going to get that when you get home. I'm actually enjoying life, saving about $500-600 a month. And listen, I'm going to enjoy this for a while. And somebody, how do you say it? And somebody say, you don't want to climb too fast. It's when I first married my wife, she wanted to go and move quick. I said, whoa, slow down. You hungry. I know you want this. It's in you. It wasn't in me yet. I want to just appreciate the fact that I got food in the refrigerator today. I want to appreciate the fact we got gas this week. I know what you want. I thank God for it because it's going to push me. But can we just chill for a second and just relax? Someone say maintain. So you want to gain, maintain. Go to the next one. Someone say altitude. Level of elevation. When you get to a certain altitude, that means your elevation keep changing. Elevation keep changing. So when we get to a different altitude, we want to gain, maintain. Gain, maintain. Gain, maintain. You with me so far? Go to my next one. This is my favorite one. No. You got the little effort? We didn't get a little effort? Oh, my bad. Go back to maintain. I'll talk about little effort. Somebody say with little effort. That word little effort means I don't exert a lot of energy. How many of y'all know when you used to make your moves, you lost all kind of energy, you was tired, you didn't get much sleep, you didn't get much rest? When you was doing your own thing, it was costing you everything. Everybody in the house sleep, children sleep, wife sleep, but you ain't. A husband sleep, children sleep, you ain't. You're out there, you making it work, you making it happen. Can I tell you a secret? When you move with God, you ain't got to put the work in. He said, who I bless, I give rest. He said, I give rest. How many of y'all want rest in your next level? And one thing I like about flying them planes, I'm in the seat, I ain't flying. I'm not flying at all. And I want to make sure the pilot all right. We don't stress him. I told Pastor Tom, we don't want to stress the pilot out. Because the pilot happy, we happy. I told him, I said that the steward is not even able to interrupt the pilot. Because if you interrupt the pilot, it better be all hell breaking loose back there. Because why? I need to keep my eyes on the air right now. In this season of my life, I want to be able to rest on my next level. I don't want to go through a lot of work. I want to make sure that if God flying the plane, God, you fly. Let me just rest. Because you know we got to go. All right? You with me so far? Amen. Someone say gain, maintain, elevation with little effort. And listen, Aaron, let's get over the jump. Let's stop dealing with jump real quick. Just who you are. How many of you know that you're not where you want to be in life? And you know you want better. And better is looking at you in the face, but you don't know how to accept it. Whatever your next level is in life, you want to gain, maintain elevation with little effort. Whatever you're going to do in life. If it's to be a deacon, gain, maintain little effort. If you want to be an usher, gain and maintain little effort. You want to be married, gain, maintain. Listen, whatever you want to do, you don't have to work to do it. You want to make sure it's gain and maintain and elevation with little effort. So I want to give you out real quick how to do that. Everybody say how to do that, Bishop. Write this down real quick. How to do that. You can't lose the vision. Write this down. You can't lose the vision. No matter what you do. No matter what you do. Everybody say you can't. Don't say it real loud. Say you cannot lose the vision. It's very important. We're going to deal with vision on a deeper depth right now, but I want you to write this down. The only way you can make sure or ensure you don't lose the vision, you got to write it down. You have to write it down. The only way you can ensure and guarantee you don't lose the vision, you have to write it down. Listen, I know y'all tired of listening to prophetess Steve Harvey, but I'm going to show you one more video with him right quick. It's a 1-minute video. Don't turn the lights down. Keep the lights up. But play this one little 1-minute clip right quick for me.
Reason people don't have what they want and be through it. They don't have it written down. This is a very, very important piece to success. It's a principle of success. Every wealthy person knows this. I don't know nobody wealthy don't have a vision board. I don't know nobody wealthy don't have their stuff written on a piece of paper. I don't know nobody. I know a lot of people doing good. We have discussed it at great lengths. They've showed me some of their vision boards that I had to go back and change mine. I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. But you gotta have a vision board. It's gotta be written down. You know why? Because that's a scripture too. Habakkuk 2:2. Go, I know where this one at. Habakkuk 2:2. Go home and read that one. It says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. Man, I'm telling you real now. I'm telling you works. This ain't no magic trick.
Somebody say soar. If we're gonna soar, no, somebody say if we're gonna soar, we must write the vision down. Listen, I had to bring him in. I call him prophet. That's a female, but prophet Steve Harvey. He's prophet because he's speaking life, man. He's speaking to the future. Listen, I don't care what he do on his right now. Everything he's singing out of his mouth is speaking to my life. I'm listening to TD Jakes and Steve Harvey. TD Jakes, Steve Harvey. They speaking to my life. And so it's spoken to my life so much to where I've been telling my wife before we left the old place we was at, I said, I need to get a vision board. I went and bought the poster board. I went and did everything. I went to the doctor's office. I got a stack of their old magazines, and I went through the magazines, and I didn't do it. I watched the video this past week. I said, you know what? Forget this. And I went and I bought my daughter 2 boards for a project, and just so happened to use it black, and it was the same color I bought before. And I bought 2, not on purpose. I bought 2 because I want to make sure she messed up one. She had another one. And then I was sitting in the living room and they said, Lana, what other black poster board that she got from me? And I sat down yesterday while everybody watching TV, and I said, forget, I don't need no magazines. I printed up every ink I could out that doggone printer, and I found everything I wanted. And listen, I was upstairs before I came down. I got 2 more things I got to go print out and cut on and put on there. But I started to bring my vision board. My vision board ain't none of your business. And my board. I want y'all judging me. He dreaming too big. I don't care. My wife looked at me and she said, wow, that's a lot. I said, I don't care. Why? Because I believe. Listen, can I tell you a secret? I've written a vision down for everything I've done since I've become a pastor. If you know me, if you go to do anything and you say God called you to do it, the first thing I'm going to ask you is what? What's your vision? And listen, so I'm going to go through a couple things. NDFC, the vision of NDFC. In Newdestinyfellowshipchruch Church, we believe that change begins with us. So, man, thinking his heart, so is he. So we can begin to change our life, and then we can change the world and show the world what God's good and perfect will is for our life. If you look at Team Harden, Ministries, we got a ministry called Team Harden Ministries. The vision for Team Harden Ministries is Team Harden Ministries, where we are renewing, rebuilding, restoring marriages and ministries of mighty men and women of God. Also, we got Harden Enterprise. Harden Enterprise, where we are responding to your needs from the gift of our experiences. Let's do it in NDCM, where we're holding each other accountable to the high call of God by leading by example, loving one another, and listening to leadership. Everything I do, it has a vision. And I don't forget the vision. When you look at the SJCLC, it has a vision. Everything I do have a vision. And if we get going too far, I stop and ask myself, are we in the vision? About 3 years ago, we showed up at the SJCLC, and God showed me the dream. You're going to have only 300 people to show up. I was so depressed because God don't lie to me. And when he showed me something, it comes true. And I began to cry. And Tamika will tell you, at the SJCLC dinner, I became depressed and I wouldn't go outside. Because why? God showed me the line of my dream. I ain't even look at it. But here comes Miss Dendra with her little sassy self. Bishop is on 300 people. I don't want to know it. I already knew it. I was depressed when I started crying. We cooked for 1,000. I'm crying. The next week, God said, the reason why, because you lost the vision. You started declining because you lost the vision. And the vision wasn't about feeding the needy. The vision of SACOC is when we come together, we work together, and we eat together, and by the way, we serve the needy. It wasn't serving the needy. We put the needy first because we brought people in who only focus on needy, but I had the vision, and I let them change the vision, and God says, are you showing up working together? Are you showing up eating together? The next year, I said on the billboards, on the newspaper, on social media, you promote we eating together. We had folks show up with their suits on, clothes on, say, I don't need no turkey. All I want to do is eat. Because that's the vision God gave me. When you lose a vision, you lose altitude. Everything I do, I write a vision down. Immediately, I go into shutdown for a week. And I come out. My baby knew that she said we were going to start Harden Enterprise. I drove my daughters to school and took a detour in part. Why? Because I'm not going to do nothing else until God give me vision. Somebody said, you got to write it down, though. As soon as I got it, Brother Pine said, I know I had to get my phone and type it down. Why? Because the devil don't want you to have vision. If I would have took another step or another move, he may have had me have a wreck just so I lose that. If you get it, don't wait on it. Write it down. So I say, write it down. No. Everybody say, write it down. I told you when it leaves the mind and hit the fingertip and has to transfer from the heart. Why do you think I memorize? Because it's been through my heart already. When I wrote it down, I'll never forget it again. And now I got a board on my door, on my wall, and have all my little pictures there because I don't want to lose them. Where I'm going is going to cost too much if I lose the vision. Someone said, write it down. Let me take a little more secrets now. I'm going to take a couple more secrets. It's not hard to write them down. It's not long. A vision is not a dissertation. A vision is not a business plan. A business plan is long. I'm writing one of them right now. It's about 12 pages. A vision is not 12 pages. A vision says 3 things. It tells you 3 things. Write this down. It tells you 3 things. It tells you who you are. Number 1, who you are. Every vision tells you, number 1, who you are. I didn't know I've been so adamant about it, but every person coming with a business now, I met with some young men in my office a couple weeks ago. I said, let me see your vision. He gave me a motto. I said, rewrite it. Why? Because that's not enough to hold you accountable. He said, okay then, what does it say? I told him, write down number 1, who you are. Number 2, write down what you're doing. What are you doing? Number 1, who you are. Number 2, what you're doing. Bishop ain't got nothing to do with church. If you're doing anything for God, he gave you a vision. God has never given instructions. Yeah, I've been flying by the seat of my pants and haphazardly, accidentally ending up places you weren't working for God. You were just accidentally showing up to work every now and then. But when God gives you an assignment, he gives you vision. Every time he blessed somebody, he spent time with him first. He spent time with Noah. He spent time with Moses. He spent time with Jesus. He always spending. Why do you think Jesus went to the wilderness? To get a download of vision. Why do you think you go through hell sometimes? God's trying to sit you down so I can download vision. He are telling you, stop moving without vision. Habakkuk 2:2, write it down. So when he reads it, you can do what? Run with it. Somebody write it down. I wrote Steve Harvey to let you know it worked on a higher level, but I'm bringing me to tell you it's been working on my level. Everything I do, I can tell you, I don't do nothing without a vision. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Harden 2020. We live like no one else until we can do what? Live like no one else. Everything. Newdestiny 2020. We jumping in 2020. Somebody write it down. Write it down. Listen. Number 1, who you are. Number 2, what you're doing. Number 3, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? Everything you do should be written down, and it should answer them 3 things. Who I am, what I'm doing, and how I'm doing it. So no matter what, as I go along with, listen, as I go along, I won't forget it. Brother, I look at it, I read it. I read them. I remind myself. NDCM, we hold the pastors accountable to the high call of God by leading by example, loving one another, and listening to leadership. So now when I come and hold them directors accountable, I don't feel bad. I had to call one of them a couple months ago and say, you ain't leading by example, Doc. And he only said nothing about it because I told him the vision. He said, yeah, you're right, Bishop. Thank you for holding me accountable. Well, I say, man, you don't feel, no, why? Because I told him the vision. I don't mind telling Kiana some stuff and learn some stuff because they know this year. We know the vision. It ain't going to be all cookies and ice cream this year. Why? You knew the vision before we walked in 2020. And if you don't like the vision, leave the house. But until you leave the house, you're going to be up under the vision. Why do you think he said, ask me in my house, we're going to serve God? This is the vision of this house. And if you don't like the house, get out the house. Like this, get out the house. Someone say the vision cannot be lost if you want to keep altitude. Every part of it is important. Every part. Who you are, what you're doing, and how you're doing is important. This is why I brought you to the story of Noah, and his story of when God gave him this vision. And what I'm going to teach you for the next 3 weeks is how each part of his vision was intricate in his gaining altitude and maintaining altitude to becoming exactly what God called him to be. So number 1, we're going to talk about today is who you are. We're going to talk about who you are, and knowing who you are in the vision is going to help you maintain altitude. Can we do this for 3 weeks? 3 weeks, and then Sister Constance will come preach to you. After Sister Constance preach to you, I'm going to come back and we're going to work the next part. Sister Constance said, Bishop, stop doing that. Somebody say 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Can I preach to you for 3 weeks? Yes, sir. Now listen, somebody say, write down who you are. Write down who you are real quick. Who you are. You got me on my title, Brother Darius? Who you are. It's not there yet. You got the who you are? Write this down. The word who. The word who, by definition, is a question of identification. Who is a question of identification? It's very important. Listen, I'm going to give you all three. We're going to deal with what you're doing next week, and then we're going to deal with the next week after that is how you're doing it. Write down right now. Even the kids, y'all doing some stuff. Write down. Get your phones out. Write it down. Who is a question of identification? A question of identification. Everybody say a question of identification. The word you is one being addressed. The one being addressed. The one being addressed. Are is a word that means being or existing. Being or existing. Who you are is a statement that's being utilized to do this, to help you know or help you identify the reason you are being or existing. Is to help you identify the reason you are being or existing. How many of y'all ever asked yourself this question, man, what's my purpose? You ever asked the question, what's my point of being here? You have so many people commit suicide because they don't know this one thing. They commit suicide because they don't know what their purpose is. Somebody say, who? Everybody say, who? You are identifies your purpose. Y'all with me? Y'all sleep? Somebody say, who? You are identifies your purpose. So in your vision, if your vision says who you are, you know why you're there. You know why you're being. You know why you exist. Newdestinyfellowshipchruch. This is who I am. I am part of, somebody say, New Destiny Fellowship Church. Not only New Destiny Fellowship Church, it's JCOC. I know for a fact I'm part of Kansas City County Outreach Committee. Can I tell you that means if who you are gives you purpose, your purpose should be in your name. Somebody say, if who you are defines your purpose should be in your name. So stop just making your name cute. Find the purpose in the name and then make the name. That's why I tell people, just name your child all these crazy names. I'm not going to say them just in case you name your child one or accidentally, but stop making sure the name you name your child got purpose. I'm glad that Clyde made sense. And he didn't just name me some crazy because his dad was named that. Or my dad. So then make sure what you name your baby. Oh, y'all gonna make me work, but I'm gonna get there. Somebody say, make sure what you name your baby, your business, your venture makes sense. If it's gonna give me purpose, why do your name got everything else but except what you doing? I called the Secretary of State today, and it says, well, legally your name gotta do A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. It has, you can't even give them any kind of name. They'll spit it back at you. Why? Because your name gotta say what you're doing. Why? Why do your name gotta say what you're doing? Because we are authorizing the world to know that you're legitimate. And if you're legitimate and they come to you with what your name is saying you ain't doing, we're not gonna send them to you. So your name has value. I'm gonna get there. Somebody say your name has value. Everybody say your name has value. It gives you being. It gives you purpose. Can I tell you something else? It's 3 points for the day. We're gonna go home. Y'all making me work too hard today. 3 things. When you know who you are, when you know who you have being, instantly you know 3 things about yourself. Instantly. Go ahead and try. It's why it's so important you must know who you are. Instantly, you know 3 things. Number 1, you know, they'll keep it with me eventually. You know who you're not. Number 1, when you know who you are, instantly. When I look at that vision about New Destiny, I look at that vision about NDCM, when I look at that vision about SJCOC, when I look at that vision about Team Harden Ministries, when I look at that vision about Heart Enterprise, I instantly know who I'm not. Somebody say, number 2, you know who you can't be. Instantly know who you can't be. And thirdly, instantly you know who you should be becoming. Who you should be becoming. Let's do it with the first one. I ain't gonna preach to y'all today from talk. Somebody say, the first thing you know is who you're not. Who you're not. Point 1. I don't care if you're trying to become a business owner. I don't care if you're trying to become a wife, I don't care if you're trying to become the next whatever you see that in your heart God told you want to do. You need to know who you are. You need to know what he said about you. Look at the story about Noah. And God does not write out calling his name, but he told him what he was doing. And I had to choose a name for him. I didn't want to choose just any name for him. I wanted to choose a name that fit exactly where he was going. And when I began to read Evangelist Dixon, I noticed that he said, everybody gonna die on earth, except you. So I named him Saved. He's saved. Somebody said, your name have purpose. So Brother Derek, I named him Saved. Because everybody else gonna die. You saved. Can I preach to anybody else in here? If you saved, you know your name. Because the way you acting, you can't. Okay, I'm gonna get to my sermon. Somebody say, everybody may not be saved, but you saved. Why are you acting like everybody? I don't care what Moses did 6 weeks ago. I don't care what Moses did 6 months. I don't care what Moses did 60 years ago. Now Moses, no. I don't care what Noah did. I don't care. He had a conversation with God. And God downloaded him and told him, everybody else gonna die but you. Your new name now is Saved. The first saved man. Somebody say, he what? Saved. So when he knew he was saved, immediately he knew now 3 things. Number 1, he knew who he's not. He knew number 2, who he can't be. Number 3, he knew what he had to become. Can I tell you, he wasn't saved yet? Can I tell you, he wasn't saved yet? Everybody want to look at me. No, Bishop, God said he wasn't going to die. Can I tell you the worst thing against your blessing is time? I'm going to slow it down. I don't care what God names you. Time is working against you. Because you got enough time to change your name before you become what God called you. Yeah, I'm going to preach it. Somebody say, it tells you, number 1, who you're not. So look at this. So God named him. I don't care what nobody say he had a past. When God names you, it tells you who you're not because it locks your past. It locks your past. Somebody locks my past. So everything in your past, somebody says, who I'm not no more. So the moment that Moses, or Noah, I keep calling him Moses, the moment Noah got his name, he knew now God wouldn't have called him what he already was. If God called me what I already was, I would have been there, so we don't need to call me there. So he wasn't saved. I don't care how righteous he wasn't saved. Just for those who won't believe me, if he would have never built the boat, his boat would have died too. So no matter what he called him, he wasn't there yet. So the first thing, when you know your new name, you know what you're not. You know, no matter what, if I'm going to become what he called me, I can't do what I used to do. I got to lock my past out. Listen, the moment you walk in your past, you now lock your future out. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to take my time because somebody got a sword this year. So listen, the moment he tells me my name, it immediately eliminates everything behind me. Listen to this. The moment he called me Bishop Harden, Pastor Harden, I was no longer Minister Harden. And the day I had to realize I'm no longer Minister Harden, I had to step in being a pastor. Listen, a pastor got to make pastor decisions that ministers can't handle. That's why you can't be a minister and a pastor at the same time, because a pastor got to make decisions. And the moment you step out of being a pastor to a minister, you're no longer a pastor and you have locked out your future. Okay? The moment God called you to be a wife, you got to realize a wife can't talk the way I used to talk. A wife can't dress the way I used to dress. The moment I start dressing the way I used to dress, I'm no longer a wife. Now I'm single again. Am I almost there? So I said, business owner. So I said, business owner. If God told you a business owner, somebody help me out. You can't be late to your own business. You act like an employee. So the moment you act like an employee, you walk out your future and you lock out your future. But the moment you say, I'm not acting like my old self, now you lock your past out. I can't be the person I used to be. So whatever God called you to be, you got to realize I can't go backwards. If I do, I lock myself out my future. But if I go forward, I lock myself out my past. The day I became a pastor, I never went back because I know for a fact I couldn't. And maintain the elevation. Listen, some of y'all will, and that's why the plane started nosediving. That's why you lose control. Why? You're out of place. back in the place he's supposed to be in, and you'll gain altitude again. Woo, I'm a preacher what you want to hear tonight. The moment God calls you your new name, it has new definition. If it has new definition, you can't go back. You can, but you're going to drop altitude. Somebody said, you can? Who want to be honest and say, I did it before? And I dropped altitude. Drop altitude. Can I tell you a secret? And if he changed your name, while you in your old name, and you don't move into your new name, you drop altitude. He called me at my last house, I didn't move. All hell broke loose in my house I was in. Why? Because I didn't accept the transition. Y'all with me? Yes, sir. Ooh, y'all making me sweat. This is the 3 points. Somebody say, who you are. So number one, it tells you who you're not. I'm not that no more. I'm not that no more. God, if I'm an owner of business, I can't act like an employee no more. God, if I'm a bishop or a fellowship, I can't just act like a disgruntled bishop. Can I tell y'all a secret? If I wouldn't have been a bishop, New Destiny probably got closed. Wow. Oh, y'all ain't want to hear that. Can I tell you a secret? If I wouldn't have been a bishop, New Destiny would have been closed. Because a pastor could close the doors, but a bishop can't. God knew he had to change my name before he put me through the next thing he put me through. Because when I got ready to close the Destiny, I kept seeing Pastor Hines. Oh, I can't make him look bad. Oh, here go Pastor David. I can't make him. Hey, listen, if I wouldn't have been a bishop, the hell I went through would have said, man, forget this. I don't need this. But God made sure he elevated me before he put me through the next hill. Yes. I promise you, when he changed your name, he'll change your problems. He'll change your problems. And your new name will qualify you and mandate you to act different. It wasn't until you became saved or somebody could cuss you out. They wouldn't have cussed me out when I wasn't saved. But the fact that I'm saved, they cussed me out. If I go back, I'm going to lose the house. If I go back, I'm going to lose the husband. Girl, you better be glad that my name has been changed. He wouldn't have put you through it if you wasn't elevated. I'm a preacher if you don't want to hear it. So, it'll tell you who you're not. This is why you got to write the vision down. The more you see it, the more you realize who you are. The more you see it, the more you realize who you are. And the more you know who you are, you know who you can't act like. Why you act like the old you? And get mad when you get the old responses. Ooh, this is good. Somebody said, next thing, knowing who you are, don't just lock you out your past. But listen, it limits you from people. Somebody said, who you are limits you from people. Now listen, ain't nobody else building a ship. I know you can't use too negative in a sentence, but doggone, I'm going to use it today, Mama Carol. Someone say, ain't nobody else building the ship. Matter of fact, folks out there having a good time. They drinking, smoking, sleeping with folks, and some of them not even doing bad stuff. And they getting prospered. He business looking good. Listen, her business looking good. Listen, they ain't doing it. And I'm sitting there building a doggone ship on a lane they never had Wayne. It's real tempting to say, forget the ship. I'm going to be like him. Because him is looking real good right now. Listen, and when you know who you are, if you leave even your present to go to somebody else's future, now you begin to be elevated. Because God's not called your butt to be a shipbuilder. And if you're not building a ship, you're going to sink with the rest of the boats. Woo! I don't care how good her ship rocking, how good her ship rolling. If she ain't doing what God called her to do, she going down with the rest of them. Woo! So your name should not just lock you from your past, it should limit you from people. Man, they all looking good in their houses. Well, I'm here right now, they ain't comfortable. Walk around the kitchen looking like, you let me buy. And you go to somebody else's house to fix their TV this past week, and their kitchen got a lot of room in it. I went to somebody's house this past week. Can you come hang my TV up? In their kitchen. Dang. But I'm not getting off my ship. I'm going to hang your TV up and come back to my ship. Why? Because I know what he called me. And I'm not getting off this boat this time. I'm going to stick to building. I'm going to keep the singing. I'm going to keep the dancing. I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. I'm staying on the ship. I'm staying on the ship. I'm staying on the ship. Anybody? I'm staying on the ship. Somebody staying on the ship. I am staying on the ship. I'm not getting off. Can you imagine? He got talked about. I bet his wife talked crazy to him. You know it's bad when the folk gonna ride with you on the ship talking to you bad about the ship. And you want to kick them out, but you can't. But the children are giving me too much hell. Get off the ship. But I can't. Come on. Come on. Why? Because God said he's saving you and your family. Somebody should got excited right there. If they talking about you, they cussing you out, they dogging you out. Jesus said, don't say nothing because I know for a fact I'm going to down on the cross for them too. Somebody say, stay on the ship. So it lock you out your past. It limits you from people. Come on, Brother Devin, go home. But don't only do it lock you out your past, limit you from people, but it leads you to your purpose. It leads you to your purpose. Knowing who you are will tell you, I know who I'm not. I know who I can't be, but I know what I must become. Somebody, I know what I must become. Noah wasn't saved. He was just called saved. For him to get saved, he had to build the ship. He ain't built it yet. For him to get saved, he won't get saved and float on a boat, float on a board. He had to build the ship. Because listen, because you're not meant to be saved by yourself. I got some folk who need to get saved with you and some stuff who need to get saved with you. And if you don't want to act right, I'll call somebody else. So you can do like I told you and get saved, or get off the boat and I'll tell somebody else to build a boat. How many know it didn't have to be Noah? God called Noah. How many know it didn't have to be Noah? God could have called a Sarah, a Susan, a John, a Job, a Bob, a who? Elohim. It wasn't about Noah. It was about his obedience. And the moment he would have came disobedient, he would have lost the ship. Someone said, it tells me who I must become. Now we're going to deal with next week, understanding the forward progress and understand what you're doing. But before you even move good, you got to realize, if I'm become a pastor, I got to build a new destiny. If I'm become a business owner, I got to build Harden Enterprise. If I'm become a ministry that's having marriages, ministries, married men, women of God, I got to build Harden. I got to build Team Harden Ministries. If I'm gonna be a homeowner, I got to build a house. My journey gonna take me there. My obedience is gonna get me there. You gotta know who you are. You gotta know who you are. If you have not wrote the vision down right, I don't care what you're trying to do. If you want to be over, if God told you to be underwater best career, write down the vision for it. Because I promise you, when turbulence start hitting, you ain't gonna remember nothing. Nothing. When turbulence hit me that year and I went to that line, I saw 300 people in that line. It was embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I ain't remember nothing. I was mad at God. I went outside when nobody talked. Don't pray for me. Don't pray for me. I left out the whole school. Go, leave me alone. I want to go by the dumpster. Why? Because I'm mad, man. But it's bad when you're mad because you were disobedient. And right then, I didn't think about vision then, but I wrote it down. About a week later, I ran across it. I said, oh my God, I lost vision. I lost vision. It won't happen no more. I don't care how many sophisticated folks join this board. I don't care how many rich folks join this board. I don't care how many white folk, black folk join this board. I don't care how many green, purple, blue folks join this board. I don't care. They join the vision that God gave me. And I'm going to do them a disjustice if I let them lose focus. So no matter what we do from here, we ain't going to lose this. We're not going to do it. New Destiny, I don't care what happens. We always going to be a church, change our mind, to change the world. So what do it mean change your mind? We got to deal with some stuff from your old self to help you become your new self. So ain't gonna just preach no feel-good messages. Not gonna happen. Why? Because that's what the vision God gave me. God told me y'all gonna be walking billboards. What is it gonna say? If you change your life, God changed it too. So people gonna look at you and they're gonna really know what salvation look like. And look at you and say, what must I do to be saved? They're really saying, what must I do to have my marriage look like yours? What must I do to make my weight look like yours? What must I do to have my money look like yours? What they saying, what must I do to save me from my trouble because you look like you're doing good right now? You ain't never had this many people ask you, girl or dude, how you do that? Why? Because they see your walk. Know your vision.